Okay, good morning, everybody, for Monday, the 24th of April. So what do we have? Well, a weird, occluded, warm, cold front, depends which crayon the Met Office are holding on this occasion. But yes, it's a mix of all sorts, which is floating about. Pressure is still quite low, and with that, quite a lot of instability. And this is sort of a weaving weather front, which is going to slowly weave its way north through the day, bringing with it outbreaks of rain later this afternoon. The exact timing of that is still a little bit uncertain, but it does seem to me that we're going to get wet at some point today. But that leaves tomorrow, high pressure building, looking like a really nice soaring day. Finally, our prayers have been answered. So yeah, for today, sort of slack winds and that feature, which is really going to dominate our picture today. See those slack winds, it does mean the wind's a bit all over the place. I think we're going to have a predominantly westerly flow over the country, looking here at around 250, 20 knots between that and easterly. I think a light westerly is probably what we're going to be under the influence of. Satellite picture over the UK shows a bright start, but increasing amounts of cloud, and that cloud unfortunately quite low in some spots that we'll have to keep an eye on during the morning. Public forecast today showing 9 degrees top temperature, light westerly, becoming easterly as the front comes through. And as you can see there, visibility probably only moderate at best. There'll be periods of times where it is quite hazy indeed. And as you can see there with the humidity figures, the cloud is not going to be particularly high either for a lot of the day. So yeah, I think if we get 2,000 feet, we'll be pretty happy with that. GFS shows that boundary of the warm and colder air, 10 degrees being the temperature, and dew points of around 5 or 6 before the front comes through. Currently at Odium, we have a temperature of 8 degrees, dew point is 6, and yeah, they're talking at few at 4,500 feet. I think that would be fairly lucky if that's still the case now. We'll look at the webcam in a minute. Farnborough reporting broken at 1,200, which is probably a lot more realistic as to what is going on. Southampton as well, few at 4,500 feet, but they're further away from the coast. And as you can see on the TAF here, generally quite low the cloud for most of the day, and the rain coming in this afternoon, isolated patches of better weather. That's a picture outside, tractors doing some rolling, and you can see the cloud is reasonably low with that northwesterly wind. Here at Lasham with a dew point of 4 and a bit and temperature of 7. And our soaring forecast for today is quite limited, to the point where I'd say that if you do manage to get a thermal today, you've been pretty lucky. But it is unstable, obviously being low pressure, so there is the chance of the odd thermal, but given that cloud base, it's not particularly remarkable at all. Airspace-wise, there's a few things to think about today. Article dropping at Abingdon. That is taking place today. It is in the afternoon, so it shouldn't affect anybody. So that's article dropping at Abingdon. 28 is parachuting at Little Risington between 11 local and 8:30 local. So Little Risington is active at parachuting. Danger areas are active at Salisbury Plain as well at the moment, to higher levels than normal. Everley active to 9,000 feet for the whole of today, and all other danger areas also looking active in the Salisbury Plain. 16 is not relevant to us. 19 will be not relevant to us. 20 is not relevant to us. So generally, on the whole, looking fairly clean in our area at the moment. Tomorrow, do remember there is a significant piece of airspace in East Anglia and into Lincolnshire as the coronation rehearsal flypast takes place, I believe, at RAF Marham, or at least in that area. But yeah, you need to make sure if you're flying tomorrow, you're aware of where you can and cannot go. There'll be significant airspace restrictions in the east of the country. Lasham totally unaffected as long as you stay away from those. So I think to sum up today, yeah, we should get flying, but it might not be that great. If I'm honest, an aeroplane might be out of the question altogether. Much, much better tomorrow. And I think last few gliders remaining tomorrow. And I'll be briefing the setup tomorrow at a later stage. Operationally today, then, we're going to be runway 27. And we're going to glide us on the grass. Put the winch about here. And we will launch as many as we can before the rain comes, I think. Jet movement wise, this one at around 2 to 2:30 and maybe one other planned today. So just keep that in mind. But I think pretty much we have a clear morning. There will be a compass swing of an 8th Airbus probably on the end of the runway first thing today. But they should be clearing off at around 10 o'clock. Cool. So when you're ready, get the kit out and we will make the best of what we can today. Bye for now.